Man, he's so fucking fragile.
Yeah, he is. He's old and he's easy to kill.
Mm-hmm.
He's
We need to make that exoskeleton, the troll exoskeleton for him.
yeah, he's gonna need something.
We'll, we'll Robocop him into that thing, man. Fucking bird brain inside of that fucking robot.
Yep. All right, we got sound. It's up on Twitch. I'm gonna mute that.
Good evening, Twitch.
Classic.
Oh,
Okay. Where we last left off in Dungeons and Dragons. We were clearing the Trollgrave Chasm, which is a horrible radioactive crater full of twisted abominations, mutant flesh intertwining with rotting old ruins. Everything's disgusting, everything causes necrotic damage, the very air is harsh to breathe, the environment is swarming with entrails and twitching, pulsating troll flesh. There's also strange automatons moving about, flittering from the rafters and crawling out of holes all over the place. These little spider-like machinations. They contain the still undead semi-living head of a troll warrior, which is the pilot of these little tech drone machines. So a combination of artificer technology and magic and the power of undeath. So these creatures, they seem semi-mindless, but they follow a specific sequence of very specific actions. And now that their master is dead, they're just sort of living out their final orders, and they've gone off to defend what they've been commanded to defend and are emplaced at this point. You don't know where they went to exactly, except you know they went into that tower that you haven't explored yet.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah. These, on the top map where the fire pits are, the two pits are.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones in the yard here. Are they the same as the one in the yard here? No, they're not. It's not the same. I don't think it's the same.
It's all the same yard, but
Okay.
we're not really using a bunch of them.
Okay.
Mainly the main one.
Yeah, we need to burn these zombies on the trolls.
So let me zoom in on where everybody is here. You defeated the King of the Trolls, the mighty King of the Trolls in his power armor. You claimed a prize from the King of the Trolls. You got the heart of the king. He has a little demon core inside of him. You were causing the building to take a lot of damage. The machinery in it is being overloaded. The steam in the system is causing explosions. It's blowing out the walls here and there. You occasionally will feel a tremor when one of the pipes bursts. But preceding any of these explosions, there's going to be probably a deafening whistle and then a pop.
Yeah, we need to safeguard this space.
You might have to act fast. Who knows how long the building will last.
We can send some of our friends to. Can send Oren to go and explore down. And see if he can start collecting things around. I wish I could cast detect magic on someone else.
Alright. He's got a 25 on his stealth. He goes into the tower. He checks for traps. Nat 20. He says the tower's full of traps, and I can't disarm them because they're tech drones. They're set to explode like landmines.
Okay. Are they grouped up?
They're filling a room. If you cast down the stairs.
Can we trigger them all to explode?
Yeah, that's the idea. Blow them up before we even get in the room. You've got the firepower, oh fire cleric.
Yeah, I'll send a fireball in there.
All right. You cast your fireball down the staircase.
Yeah.
It's a deafening explosion. You have to do 30 damage or they don't die.
Oh, I got that. Don't worry.
I'll just roll one save for the group. They roll a 14. And they got some dexterity too. It's probably not enough.
Re-rolling ones and twos. I think it's 3, 1, 2,
Oh, you're
3.
at 36 damage.
Yeah, I already have 36 damage.
All right, kaboom. A bunch of explosions go off in sequence like a chain reaction.
Oh no, all the secret items in there are gone.
Well, we gotta wait for it to cool down a little bit before we get into the tower because there's a bunch of acid splash and all that probably.
I hear the familiar sound of fireball and start flying over.
Where's my character in all this? Yeah. We're on the top map now, or which map are we on?
You can move into the next level down here where I drew these red circles. Those were the explosions. There's probably still some acid and shrapnel in those zones there.
I'll get in there. Oh, we're back into the bottom floor there.
But there's a door. Closed door here. Orin hasn't opened it.
The area where we fought the boss leads into, like, the staircase leads into the basement, the secret basement that's like a separate half that there's a wall.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It works. That makes sense now. So we're just kind of sitting at the top, and Orin is, where's this character? Over here. He's like, dodging. I'm going next to the door here.
Alright, he's going to check the door for traps. He says, I think there's no traps on this door. He checks the door if it's locked. The door appears to be locked. He's going to pick the lock. He succeeds. He opens the door and there's a terrible explosion. He dodges. Oh, I only rolled a 2. So, he catches some of the explosion.
Is it fire?
Nah. Yeah, let me find the stats quick. When killed, it does 3d6 force damage in a 10-foot radius. It scatters irradiated shrapnel and creates difficult terrain that also deals damage when you move through it. He only took 4 damage, though, so fairly minimal. He says, damn it, I missed one. He rolled a nat 1 on that trap check. Alright. This time for real. He steps through the door. Well, he doesn't step. He's going to fly to avoid the damage zone, which is right here on the other side of the door. So if you walk in the red zone, you're going to take at least 1 point of force damage. Or, no, I suppose it would be necrotic, because it's the radiation.
I'm in my fire elemental form, so how much is it? How much damage?
Did you step through one?
Yeah, I'll step through it. I'll glide through it, I guess.
It's going to do 8 force damage to you.
I got stuff. Hey, I can always heal myself.
All right, so you get down into a large basement area, and you can see there is a burning pit that is filling this room with a dark cloud of smoke that you can't see through. There's also a burning pit here, creating a similar dark cloud of smoke that you can't see through. Oren looks around with a perception check. He rolls an 18. He
You want me to
says,
do perception as well?
yeah, you're welcome to. Oren says he thinks he sees a way to get past the smoke in this direction.
Once again. Minimum of 21, but yeah, 21.
Okay. With the 21, you also notice that there's possibly a doorway beyond this burning pit.
Too many maps. Okay. I bring it up to Oren. Do we hear anything?
Roll a perception check. You listen carefully, but the sound of the exploding building and the venting steam and the deafening whistles occasionally might make it quite difficult to hear enemies lurking.
31.
Okay. With a nat 20 plus 11, you hear every tech drone in the vicinity.
It's a trap. I'm gonna shoot a fireball in there.
Hang on. Hang on. Can I make these guys any smaller? This map is just... No, I cannot.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have an idea. If I get rid of all of these ones, and I take this one, and I use the volume scale tool, I can cheat a little bit, and I can make it even smaller than this by shrinking it in well, maybe all 3 dimensions here. That's a little bit better. And then I can make copies of that. Okay, so you detect one there. There's one hiding in the steam here. There's a couple hiding in the steam here. There's a couple waiting in ambush beyond the steam door. And you can probably hear several more of them scuttling in the distant rooms.
I spend another turn dashing while I hear more fireballs.
Yeah, we need you down here. Before getting into that, I'm gonna heal myself a bit. I'm assuming it's been a while, huh? Like not a while, but I'm gonna assume my ace is not working anymore.
Well, we're picking up right where we left off, so almost no time. Well, no, I take that back, because Long wanted to go to the tower and hit that switch and blow up the stuff in the yard, so probably... how many turns? You move real quick, right?
Yeah, if I dash, I can cover 200 feet.
So it only takes you a turn to get there and a turn to come back. So, I don't know, is it still going after 2 turns?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I didn't have it for that. I think I had it only for 2 turns, and I still have probably maybe 3 turns of spiritual guardian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything that you had going before is probably still active.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to heal anyways right now. Because there's some enemies. I tell Oren. Now, is there a way to be able to see through all this?
You can't see through heavy, obscuring smoke. A creature in a heavily obscured area effectively suffers from the blinded condition. So you are effectively blinded. It doesn't blind you, but you are effectively blinded when you try to see something obscured by it. It attack rolls against creatures have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage while blinded.
Okay.
What do you want to aim at?
I'm looking for the map. We're on. Okay. They're all the same.
You might want to just hit a Control 1 while you're right here.
Yeah.
Just save the screen location, and then you can toggle back to it with a shortcut.
Was it Shift 1?
I think it's Control 1 to make it, and then Shift 1 to go to it.
Yep. Okay. I'll help a lot.
I should do that too. Control 1.
Yeah, because I'm going back to my board for rolling. And then there's all the different maps and all the little peons everywhere, so...
Yeah. It's really nice to be able to snap between a couple locations. Like, I go to my little dice tower over here with a Control 2. Now I can snap between the two spots. Everything's become a trap in here, so we're not really locked into initiative. These things aren't functioning like enemies so much as they're just functioning like dangerous locational things.
I'm gonna move slowly and bring that circle with me.
Okay. Does it do 30 damage?
Yeah. I can, defensively. I cast at a level 6, so I do quite a bit of damage with it.
We should probably test that you cause them to die on hit, because if you continue to move forward, you will be in range of their blast. So if they if they don't die immediately, if they die a turn later, you're going to be in the blast radius.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
The aura of doom. All my landmines are just getting cooked. The radiance sizzled by light.
I'm gonna re-roll the 1s and 2s. 38.
Okay.
And I don't have to re-roll anything.
Okay.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s.
So this turn you insta-kill that drone and that drone.
I gotta do Shift 1, for fuck's sake. Okay. I can't. I'm gonna move. Well, I have ace, so I can move quite a bit. I'll just move the circle. Go down here.
I'm gonna grab Ring Sight and his air elemental and move them into the lower tower.
Are these all separate rooms here?
Yeah, let me describe the area you're in.
Yeah, before I start moving.
I'm sorry. I meant to grab Ring Sight. Okay. So you have entered into a high security vault. The construction of this place seems to involve some pretty powerful artificer enchantments that have fortified everything in here. So even after the ravages of time and all the damage that's been done, it still is impossible to gain access to certain areas of the dungeon the way it is currently.
All these things that are making that smoke there, like, what is it, the source of it?
Okay, there's a crack in the ground, and boiling magma is erupting out of it, and steam. A geological event.
There's not really a good way to calm this down, huh?
Maybe. Who knows? Throwing fire at it is not going to help, though.
It's not going to do much to it.
Like, an Earth Cleric might be able to do something. You could use, like, a Move Earth spell to push a bunch of the stonework into the hole to cover it up or something. Maybe
I'm not
an
gonna be.
ice wall.
That just create more steam.
Yeah. That would cover it for a turn or two.
Yeah,
Uh,
not enough to bring down that smoke.
I think Ring Sight, when he gets here, he'll probably try to do some sort of control winds on it.
Yeah.
But it's a contained area, so pushing it around isn't going to do much unless he can, like, I don't know, siphon it into the tower and up and out. But because it's constantly pouring out of these holes, even if he uses the wind to pull it out, it's going to be refilling as fast as he pulls it out.
Well, I'll walk through, and I'll get like at the entrance of the doors,
Okay.
one by one, and see if it pops.
Yeah, you can. This is a new turn, so I'll need a new damage roll for the tech drones you walk through this turn.
Okay.
And they cannot make the save, especially not rolling a 2. Oh, only 25 damage.
I'm re-rolling through this. Come on. 30.
30. Okay, just enough. You cause more to pop. Boosh. Standing just outside of the range of these landmines as they explode in a puff of radioactive shrapnel. I should be drawing circles too. So keep in mind that yeah, they're sort of concealed in the steam. He could hear them with a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk very fast too. I do have ace, so I can double my my range.
Okay. So you get a couple more of them.
Yeah, I'll get these ones through here.
All 3. Pop, pop, pop. Nope, I don't want to grab your circle. All 4. Pop, 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 pop. That's most of the ones I had left. Landmines exploding one after another.
I'll let Oren know that I think I might have got them all in this area.
Okay.
And we can go and start exploring.
Oren is going to scout around, and when he gets here, he's going to notice that there is a hole big enough to fit through in the wall right here. And there's also some sort of hole in the wall, but it's like higher up, like a little air tunnel, a chute going in between the rooms here. Would require some climbing and crawling to get through.
Okay. Do you want to explore these rooms first before we move to another area?
Okay. He'll move back to here. The only rooms you could access are this big one and this little one here, but it's got a couple things in it.
The other ones are blocked, or?
You don't see anything in the big room that you're in, but
No.
Oren spots a few items in this smaller room here. This might have once been a guard station long, long ago. The guards are long since dead or have abandoned their station.
What are the other guys? What are you doing, Morg?
I'm gonna have Skywill check for traps, and he doesn't find any traps in the room here.
And shoot a sunbeam at these ones.
So right here, there's a wall. So your sunbeam is only going to kill this one.
Okay.
It'd be fucking trippy. Being in that smoke with a volcano, fucking light beams coming out of it, things exploding at the other end of it.
Death by laser.
Yeah.
This right here is a heavy reinforced door that's sort of obscured by the fog.
This blue thing?
Yeah.
Ooh. Huh, maybe there's a key somewhere.
But behind the fog, it's barely visible. So in order to test this door, you have to sort of move into the zone of the burning pit, which is deadly for most people, but maybe not for you, Grimoire, says Orin.
Yeah, I could probably do that. Well, yeah, I'll go and take a look and see. Is there any openings to it?
Don't they still do like necrotic damage?
Hmm?
I said the hull, doesn't it still do like other damage besides fire? I thought it also does like necrotic or something.
I'm checking.
Oh, that I don't know. If it's lava, it won't affect me.
Yeah,
but,
you're right. It does also do 4d10 necrotic damage with a save for half.
I'm not good to there.
I'm gonna check through the hole that the Warren said he found earlier.
Alright. Using your wind body, you squeeze through the gap easily. You've entered into a large chamber, locked behind a heavy reinforced door and multiple guard stations. The room that you're in has multiple burning pits like the previous room. There's an additional one right here and here. Let me move you just for a moment so I can put this one down in the corner here. Okay, and one more here. Alright, so you can't see much from this vantage point here. The smoke obscures almost everything except this narrow little corridor here. And maybe you can see like a little bit of the wall over here and over here.
Alright, I'm back.
Finally.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Yeah, what was happening?
Doing a little bit of table setup. There we go. Well, I wish Will was here. This is sort of the part he played last time. Coming up here. I'm gonna have to roleplay for him a little bit. Okay, so let's do this in two parts. So I'm going to do Morg's part second. I'm going to do Orin's part first. So Orin is checking the room that he's in here, and he finds some treasure. So let me make a little list of the things that he finds. I'll put it on a note card. So Orin is digging around in this ancient troll artificer guard station in the undercroft of the troll castle. And he uncovers a bucket made of oak, an orb made of a brown stone. He finds a sledgehammer made of bronze.
Ooh. So it's a forge or what? Like a mechanic shop?
No. It was a guard station. One of the guards had a sledgehammer. And he finds some troll-style clothing. Nothing.
What I'm gonna do?
Nothing
What I'm
too
gonna do?
valuable.
I'm gonna stick around with Oren right now while he's searching, because I do create a source of light at least, you know. I won't be able to help too much with searching, you know.
All right, so Orin is digging around and he finds a few artifacts that are interesting and he just scoops them up and brings them with him.
I'm gonna activate detect magic,
Okay.
so to help identify some of the magical items around.
Well, it seems like this orb is an arcane focus that an artificer would use,
Okay.
but nothing is magical here.
No, but as we go in through the rooms,
Sure.
I should be able to pinpoint the magical stuff like fairly quick. That
Gotcha.
are like exposed, you know.
All right. So then the other half is Morgue. Split screen. We jump back to Morgue. Morgue has entered into the largest chamber. This room is collapsing badly. You can actually maybe see some light streaming down from the sky above, where the ceiling is collapsing into these pits. But you spot something metallic in the far reaches of the room beyond the smoke.
Is that what this quarter thingy is supposed to represent?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna move closer to it.
Okay. You have discovered an artifact of some kind.
Artifact. Can I pick it up?
No, it is huge. I'm looking for the description here. Hang on a second. All right. Looking at it, you feel as if this thing probably weighs roughly 1,000 pounds.
Woo!
This strange half-ton platform has room for 8 medium creatures to stand upon it. They stand around a central pillar with a slot, which you recognize from the power station deep underneath the first area that you entered.
Are you talking about the one that had the 4 elemental pillar things?
Yes, it seems to have a slot that would contain one of those elemental essence shards that powers this entire city.
What can you do there? What is it made of? The metal platform thing?
An unknown metal. It doesn't look like iron or bronze or any metal you've seen before.
Does it look like maybe the platinum that I collected in that other world?
Yeah, what?
Was it? Yeah, was it platinum? I think so.
Nah, it's probably not made out of platinum.
Well, we need to bring that back on the ship.
It's an exotic alloy. Strange
definitely
technology
need
from another age.
We for sure need that. Woo!
I don't know how we're gonna get it with this place collapsing. Do I see the tech drones on the side near the door?
Yeah, when you look at the door from this side, you can see that several tech drones have climbed through the hole in the wall and placed themselves as traps on the door. Anybody stepping through that door would explode.
How heavy is that thing?
Sunbeam them.
1,000 pounds of strange metal.
How do we move that? With my strength, can I lift that thing?
Shoot a sunbeam at them for 41 damage unless they meet the DC 24 con save.
They can't. They die.
Okay.
Laser to death.
With 27 strength, any chance we can lift that?
That was some teamwork, probably.
Okay. Maybe between the flying chariot and the carpet, we can fly that up. All right, we're gonna move to the next rooms, Ninja.
I don't think the holes in the ceiling are large enough to haul that massive thing up, like straight upwards.
The building
Uh-huh.
continues to quake, and rocks collapse from the ceiling every turn that you remain here.
Wait, Taro,
Yes.
can you start inspecting some of these rooms around here
All right then. Hold on.
before this collapse? And we're gonna inspect the next one over here, Ninja, real quick. Like, just grab whatever is shiny magic, you know.
So that room seems to be a prison cell, and you didn't find a key to access it, so you can't get in through the bars.
Okay.
Does this table thing look like it's affixed to the floor, or is it just like...
No, the platform seems to be a separate object. You could maybe get your fingers under the edge and try to lift it up.
I'll let Oren explore these rooms, and I'll go and join Morg.
Okay.
Okay.
Oren's gonna roll to search. I'm gonna have to check on this one. I don't know if he succeeded. Let's find out what his investigate is.
I'll give him guidance before I leave. I'll give him a D4. I'll try to. We'll see if we can lift that thing more. Is that gonna fit in a bag of holding?
He's got
No.
plus 16, which is going to make it a 27. All right, so with a 27 investigate, Oren finds that this empty room isn't so empty after all. There's actually a secret compartment. It's a hollow in the floor that he finds when he's walking through the room. He kicks it with his foot a couple times, and then he investigates closely. He uses one of his psionic daggers to pry up the corner of it, and it reveals a hidden compartment. Within the hidden compartment is the key to the jail cell.
No.
When he unlocks the jail cell, he goes inside and he finds nothing but a set of bones and the tattered remains of a dark robe.
Oh. Maybe you can grab the robe, I guess. Maybe it's magical.
All right. He investigates the corpse. Nat 20. All right. Investigating the corpse, he finds that one finger, which has detached and sort of rolled away into a corner, had a ring on it. And he snatches that ring up and he says, "Ooh, score!" And he returns.
Okay.
So let me add this ring to the card here. It's locked. Hold on.
Maybe we can command the ship to fly over and to bring down a rope, like a series of ropes, so we can lift this thing out through the gaps in the ceiling.
How many tabs open?
Like hoist it out, you know?
Sorry, what are you saying? I was typing.
In chance that we could maybe bring the ship, like ask the ship to come over this area, and then we can hoist out this metal plate.
All right, you've got a whole bunch of rope on the ship. You're going to have to send someone up to relay the message.
Do we have like a sending stone to the ship? I can't remember.
I don't recall. But you have a flying carpet, so you just have to get it. It'll take a little bit of time.
Who wants to do that? I'll do it. I'll go up.
Okay. You backtrack through the multiple levels of the troll castle. You get to the flying carpet that was just outside. You fly back to the airship, and you fly the airship down close. The pilot of the airship has to roll to position it.
I can navigate it.
All right. When you're up there, you're going to do the pilot roll? All right.
Yeah.
It's probably better because I rolled like shit.
I have better rolls for that.
Yeah, you don't want the trainee doing it.
Let's give that a try. Come on, you stupid die. Yeah, I get a 20 something. 28.
Okay. With a 28, you successfully park the airship just above the hole that's growing in size in the upper courtyard of the Trollgrave Castle. They descend some ropes. They're gonna try your hoisting. Who wants to make the roll to hoist it out?
I'm gonna fly back down with the rope, like the end, to guide the rope while using the magic carpet, the flying carpet. And then whoever has, I guess, would that be good dexterity or like was the
More like strength, but you have plenty of that, so that's probably even a better roll.
for okay.
If you're pushing on the ropes, you're gonna have to struggle with it a little bit.
Anyone wants to assist me so I can maybe get advantage on this?
Yeah, Orin's not very strong, but he can at least maybe give you advantage.
Who has a little bit of strength?
I mean, he does have 19 strength. It's not insignificant. For a normal person without a belt of giant strength, that's pretty good. And I rolled a 10, so that's good enough.
Okay. Roll with advantage. Oh. 26.
Yeah, that's what he had too. He's got 16 in his strength athletics.
Nice. 26.
Okay. So, you hoist the platform out from the dungeon. All right. Orin is going to comment that he found a bunch of documents in the first basement, the flooded basement, in a file cabinet, and they seem to match this object that we've found.
Oh, the metal plate?
Yeah, the platform with the little pillar for an elemental essence shard seems to be documented in some scrolls that he found in a file cabinet in the basement.
Is there anything oh well, I guess he hasn't had a chance to really look through it, huh?
He found this too, a strange piece of machinery that weighs 40 pounds.
Oh.
So I'm a little confused as what the frick's going on at this point.
We're exploring in this area of the dungeon we haven't had a chance to go through.
So this is a special basement that's underneath the upper courtyard of the castle. Like when you're looking through the front door of the castle, the courtyard that you're standing on is elevated, and there's a secret dungeon under it that you can only access through this one tower in the center of the map. So that's what we've been doing, is going down and exploring and setting off all the traps, all the many booby traps. And they were all to guard this one artifact, this massive artifact that weighs 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. What about the other rooms that Taro was looking into?
Everything in there is destroyed beyond any hope of recovery. One of them was a food storage for the guards that would be posted down here, and all of it was rotten 1,000 years ago.
Well, if there's like McDonald's cheeseburger in there, they might still be fine.
The other one had a shelf, but there was nothing of value on the shelf. It was just basic materials. All right. So, mission accomplished. You have completed the Trollgrave Castle. You escape this horrible place on your airship. All the grasping claws and arms and heads of the twisted abomination. They all grasp at you desperately as the castle crumbles.
That bus was nuts. We have this new gadget there.
We've defeated an entire castle with an airship, boys.
That is incredible. How's that painter doing?
All the people on the airship say, "Huzzah! Huzzah!"
How's that painter doing?
High five all the guys on the siege weapons. Great job, lads.
He's like, hey, we're bringing you along to document the things that happen here in a painting. And he's like, all right, so long as we don't have to fight. Suddenly,
Can we bring? Can we bring back the?
the sci-fi Norse music plays
Oh,
as alien creatures he's ever seen bomb the flying ship.
Well, the painter has certainly seen some strange sights here. Things that nobody else has seen.
the troll king ninja is like that body armor that it was in. Is that completely destroyed, or is that anything that? Okay.
It had a few components that you guys recovered. I think I put it on a note card for you.
Well, the one thing we learned too is that we need more ballistas.
So you did recover the fragments of the Forge Heart, which is a big chunk of crafting material to make anti-undead weapons. You got the Psionic Dampening Collar, which can be reverse engineered to suppress enemy spellcasters. And you got the Troll Regeneration Serum, which does a boatload of healing, but it can hurt your con.
Temporarily.
Temporarily. Yeah, for 1 to 4 days.
And we took some radiation poisoning.
Yep. It wasn't severe. You won't have any long-term effects. A little bit of necrotic damage, but you'll recover.
Can we, once we're done with all this, can we go back and collect those 4 elemental power things?
Sure.
The shards.
All right.
Because they might be needed for this platform thing that we just collected.
Do you already have them on a note card, or do I have to copy them for you?
I'm not sure. This has been like weeks ago. Gonna take these circles off the map. All the cards are here. I don't know if we put those on a card.
Let me take a look. I'm currently trying to make myself a spot of dinner. There's this.
What are you having?
Pork chops that I must further subdivide.
Pork chop. There were some blueprints for a dagger, and I sent a message in on Discord if it was cool if I took it for the forge. Just like to make a magical dagger or something. I was wondering if it's cool if I took it off of the pile of items we got there.
Alright, so I've put the 4 elemental essence shards into the Discord if you want to copy those onto a character sheet.
Crafting ability, okay. Universal solvent, wonder item, legendary. Milky liquid with a strong alcohol smell. You can use as action of pour content to. It's like rubbing alcohol.
Alright, so you begin the return trip. You're going to head to Ravish, right? That was your destination? But it's a couple days away. So you have a couple days on the airship of downtime where you can sort of try to figure out what the deal is with the platform. So Orin is going to bring out the blueprints and the 40-pound piece of machinery. And everybody's going to spill out the elemental essence shards. And everybody's going to look at everything and try to figure out what all of it means by looking at the blueprints. So, who wants to try to use their big brain to figure out with an
We need our
intelligence roll.
We need our barbarian for that. We need Taurus. We need Taurus for this. I think Oren has. Doesn't he have one of those circlet of intelligence or whatever?
He did.
Yeah, so he has at least 19.
It looks like Oren could investigate this for a plus 16, which is a pretty good roll.
I can give a guidance, but I don't really have much. What's my intel? It's not really my stat. I got 12, so I get a plus 1 only.
All right, he'll make the roll then. Here goes. He gets a 28. Strong roll. Well, he beats the DC, which was a 25, but only by a little bit.
He gets a D4 as well, on top of that.
All right. He didn't even need it. But what he finds out is that some assembly is required, but he thinks he understands from the blueprints where the 40-pound component needs to go. So he's going to open up the compartment where the technology is meant to be, and place it in there as the blueprints indicate. And then he's going to start placing the elemental essence shards in their array on the little pillar in the center of the platform. But he doesn't place all of them. He's going to look at the party and he says, I think this will complete something according to the blueprints when I place the last one of these crystals.
Complete what?
Is there any indication of what that might do?
I mean, the blueprints show how to assemble it. They don't explain what its function is or what its purpose is.
I don't know if we should finalize this as on our ship.
Probably.
Well, these handful of shards seem to be some kind of key to activate and power the thing. So if we don't put them in the pillar, then it won't be active.
Can we? Let's.
Turning it on is a good idea.
All right,
I
so you
think
don't
we should-
activate
we-
it.
I think we should wait until we land and we're in a safe place.
All right.
But
Well, the platform is
we-
assembled, and you have the
Yeah.
keys.
so can we hide like? Let's split the keys between all of us.
All right.
That way, it would take a lot to be able to activate it without our group.
Who gets what key? I assume you get the fire key, and
Yeah, I'll get the fire key.
Ringsight gets the wind key.
Yeah. Oren can get the water,
All right.
and then Morg, you get the heart.
Hang on, are we sure I'm auguring to see if turning on the machine leads to good consequences?
Augury. All right. Let me check the wording here. By casting Augury, you can find out if it is weal or woe, or weal and woe, or no result. For things that aren't especially good or bad. Alright, so you ask, using your divination ritual, if this is a good idea to activate the platform. Well, there is a variable at play, so I have to make a roll.
Like we've seen enough of what's going on in that place in the castle.
At this very moment, should the platform be activated, the randomness of the universe would decree that the outcome would be... Oh, intensely bad. Terribly dangerous. Do not go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The spell screams at you.
What's this? Oh God, oh shit. Don't touch that dial. I think we have our answer then.
Yeah, we should wait. We should wait until we're in a controlled environment.
Curious, are you singing a heart or something?
Huh?
You said I get a heart, or what were
You get
the
one of
shard
the
of-
shards. You get the hurt one.
Oh, okay. It's just your pronunciation. Got it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So the elemental essence shard of the earth. It weighs a quarter pound, and it glows with an earthy energy. And it gives you resistance to a damage type of your choice until the start of your next turn.
Oh, cool.
But you have to use a meta magic option to get that feature. And it also functions as a spellcasting focus.
Random side note. I think the core elements in D&D land could be fire, ice, electric, and acid.
Why is that?
There's water, earth, and air as damage types. Just hit things.
Yeah, mine just burns shit that I'm looking at. So.
Yeah, fire is different. Fire does something. You don't air them to death.
I just look at stuff and it burns. It takes 2d10 fire damage.
It's powerful ability.
Air be the force of nature.
I should, you know what I should do? I think I should like ask my blacksmith to increase like a place for the chest to embed it in my plate armor.
Well, it is designed to attach to things.
Mm-hmm.
The essence shard of fire can be attached to your armor, and it would act as a spellcasting focus of fire, but only for sorcerers, so it wouldn't really benefit you.
Oh.
You also don't do meta magic, so you wouldn't be able to activate it.
Boo earns. Okay.
This
But-
works out swiftly for me.
There's a couple things that you could do. One, which I know you don't want to do, is take a level in sorcerer. But the other option is you could get a ring of psionic sorcerer initiate, which would give you the bare essentials to do it.
Or I took the feat.
Yes, or take the feat.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing. Either a ring or take the feat. Ring of feet or feet.
Mm-hmm. What is the air one does?
It's all in the Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Wondering.
You can immediately fly up to 60 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity right after using your meta magic.
Damn. Okay.
So a sorcerer has a limited number of sorcery points to do those meta magics, so it's not an unlimited number of uses, but being able to fly 60 feet every turn for like 10 or 12 turns is powerful. It's a nice item because it scales depending
If
on
I
your level.
attach the item to something, does it use up an attunement slot?
All of these do require attunement, yes.
For frick's sake.
You don't have to attune to it, but if you don't, you can't use it. You can attach it, but you wouldn't be able to...
Dilemma.
Well, I would say it would still work as a spellcasting focus, probably, if you're a sorcerer, but it wouldn't have the magic, the flying ability.
Yeah, it's not worth it. With all the other stuff we have. It's good. A very cool item on its own, but it's better if it's split between the four of us. If we know that that item can do disastrous things, we do not want that in the wrong hands. But it might be.
I'm just imagining it's an evil quest by an evil troll overlord. He's got to collect the elemental gems from us.
But you know, think about this. This might be the weapon to really screw up a sorcerer team. What would have happened if just before we left, you know, Morg and I, we just started earthquakes on that castle?
Yeah, you can. You are welcome to do so.
Well, hang on. You don't actually know what it does.
Do you feel like seeing that castle fall apart, Morg?
Not particularly. I don't care either way. Why would you want to destroy it more than it already is?
It's been so cursed. I just feel after all this exploration that there is not really any chance to really revive this area.
Hey, that's false right there. I have this troll in a jar.
You can
Yeah,
grow
but
all new trolls to repopulate the area.
that doesn't
I
matter.
mean, just because you can make trolls doesn't mean you want to do anything with this, like,
Yeah.
geolocation that has been polluted with whatever this
Yeah.
green smoke stuff is.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't finally was destroying their ancestral home.
the trolls are not the solution to resolve the. This would have been a cool place to build something in, but it's more
I feel like
than.
it could potentially be useful later. I don't want to just randomly remove one of our options.
I mean, we kind of already blew up a bunch of the pipes and stuff with the thing with the control
Yeah, but
panel,
that was
so
combat. That was like panic.
No, it's an interesting place to have explored, but like the idea that we had of maybe having some of the bandits and all that to try to explore and like collect items from there. I don't even know if it's possible.
I just don't understand the purpose of destroying it. Like, we killed all the monsters in it. What are they going to do?
Unless we let them explore the area by leaving them with the suits that we found that
I'm
would
not,
protect
I'm
them.
not spawning the trolls back here.
No, I'm not talking about the trolls. I'm talking about the
like recovering the area, restoring it in
Yeah,
some
yeah.
way, or at the very least making
Extracting
some other
stuff.
use out of it, like
We don't
using it
have
as
to
a
blow
mining
up
thing.
to
The
do
only
that.
thing that I remember that is still moderately useful from here is what those copper wire cables for all of the light poles out
Yeah.
in like the rest of the city, not specifically this castle.
Yeah, like part of
Other
the
than that,
infrastructure.
I don't see a reason to, I don't
Oh,
know,
so
try to
the
maintain
machine
this
isn't like
castle.
guaranteed to do something horrible. There's just a possibility that it will.
Well, the thieves, the bandit clan that we're trying to unify together. We were talking potentially having them like go in and explore and extract some of the stuff. The only way for them to be able to do that is if we let them. And that would
Borrow
be
an airship or something, because trying to go
yeah,
inside from the exterior, by the way, is
no.
still extremely difficult
Yeah.
to do.
They'll have to
The
fly in and
outer
out.
part still has like the green cloud miasma stuff. Um,
They can fly
so
in and out, but
yeah.
they would need
Yeah,
to.
it's a bad idea.
Well, they would have they would have to use the suits that we've collected. You know those bio.
Yeah, and
hazards.
having
don't
only two people go in to try to excavate stuff all by themselves, it doesn't sound like a really.
I tell Butterfly to disperse the toxic gas.
No, that's not good.
Ha.
You're gonna kill butterfly by doing that.
Not go in the toxic. Use control winds to get it out of here.
It's a regional effect. There would be no way for an individual creature to deal with it.
But we
No, you-
killed boss.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
The
It's
area is
Chernobyl, man.
miles and miles and miles across. You could blow at it all you want, and it would never make that toxic cloud go away.
It
Where is it
also
coming from?
yeah. Does it keep like regenerating, or like where is it being like produced?
It's radiation. No.
Yeah, the whole area is just radioactive.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like-
I don't see it blowing up. Okay, would destroying the castle undo that?
No.
Not even close.
No.
Why blowing it up?
It was just an idea
Yeah, it's just
For-
to see it crumble.
for fun.
No.
Catharsis.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's got their figurines, right? I don't see any in this pile.
No, I moved them on the side.
Excellent. Then I will delete the pile of unnecessary troll bits. Free up a little bit of that VRAM.
No, this would be like Alien the movie, Alien Exploration for these bandits to go in with the suits.
Here's the flying
You don't know
carpet
what-
too.
Yeah, it's like there could be some fucking weird creature hiding out there. So they can go and collect some, copper wires.
Do those elemental essence shards? Do we just like basically backtrack real quick and grab all of them?
Yeah, I sort of did it quickly without much fanfare. There were no enemies to fight.
Yeah, we cleared out that basement.
There were probably random encounters with flying trolls here and there, but they're no threat. So narratively, we can just say you fought your way there, you got the crystals, and you fought your way out.
That platform thing that we took, it comes with the socket thing for one of the elements, like it's just like built into it.
So the description says that there is a pillar. The pillar at the center of the platform that sticks up out of it. It has slots, and the crystals fit into it. And you know that the crystals, when they were in their place in the underground, it actually like powered everything. So you feel like when the crystals are keyed into this device, it probably powers the device. So
okay, I for some reason I heard the description before that there was like only a slot for one of the 4 gems, so we would have to like pick
Oh
one.
no, there's only one gem left to put in to activate it.
What do you mean? There's only one gem left? We got 4 of them.
We started assembling it, and we just needed to put one more of the gems on it to activate it, and we decided to split the gems and to wait for it to be in a safer space before we activate the unit.
it's like the nuclear keys. You need 4 people to turn their key to activate the device.
But the thing is, like, we're on in the air on our flying ship, and we don't know what the machine does. You know?
Also, I used my powers of prediction, and apparently this time it would end catastrophically.
You said a couple of days, Ninja? I'll take it off my counter over here.
All right. 2 days go by as the airship sails across the landscape.
Hey guys.
What's up, Will?
Hello. So what's the plan with the table thing? We go drop it off at Elderic and insert all the things and blow up Elderic?
We gotta test it somewhere.
Here's my plan, right?
We
Find this
go,
place to be useful.
yeah, we go in the middle.
Lure some bad guy over here. It's like, this is where the final showdown will happen. And then, if they breach the place, we activate the machine and teleport away.
We got to do something to make sure they don't teleport away the 2 though.
And a magic sphere.
Yeah, we gotta figure out. Maybe we'll go in the middle of the desert somewhere, fly the ship away, and then do our nuclear bomb testing. We're gonna build a trench and look at it from far.
This place needs to be freaking studied, too.
Yeah. I really want to see what these blueprints I have. I have first part, second part blueprints.
Yeah, we worked on that a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you deciphered them.
Did we end up leveling for doing 1,000 damage to a boss monster?
Nope.
Aw.
It wasn't a godlike challenge.
But
Sorry, guys. I was giving a dog a 3rd bath this week.
Yeah.
Why is your dog so dirty?
a skunk.
Because the world is dirty.
Well, yeah.
With too many dirty people.
What kind of dog is it?
Great Pyrenees and Commodore mix. I didn't know that Great Pyrenees breed standard is they have 6 toes on their back feet. That's pretty interesting.
So,
So
my cousin's boyfriend came over once, and I spontaneously asked him, like, "How's your dog?" And his response was, "They're dead." And I just sat there with my mouth gaped open. Oh dear.
That is a way to start a conversation. All right.
Yeah.
Well, the conversation is going on for some point.
I mean, you should probably like throw back something even more shocking. Like, did you eat it?
And right back.
So, Will, about the blueprints and all that. So, what happened is, on exploring the final dungeon in the Trollgrave Castle, the final chamber hidden in the one corner had this giant metal platform. The metal platform has a pillar and it matches the blueprints that you found. When you put the blueprints together, you could see that the way it works is that you need the elemental shards to power the platform. And in addition to that, there were components that were not in the platform that it required. So you were able to take that piece of machinery that you found, the strange machinery, and use the blueprints. And I rolled a 28 for you, which was enough. You beat the DC, which was 25 by just a little bit. And then Orin... Grimorn was going to add a D4, so you would have made it by a pretty healthy margin. But you figured out how to reassemble the device. So you found like a secret panel, you pried it open, you plugged in the missing component, and then you began to put the keys in, but then Ringsight did a divination and he said, "Don't put that last key in. Doom! Doom to you all!" And so you didn't put the keys in. And then for safety, everybody split up the keys. So each person has one key. You have the water key.
Okay. Of certain doom.
Yeah, we don't know what that does, so
Maybe this is something we take to the city across the Sea of Silt.
maybe.
Boris's realm.
Yeah, or maybe we fuck up Eric with that.
There was variability. So the doom wasn't certain, but I made a roll, and at that moment it was.
Like, we don't know. Is it like a beam? Is it an explosion? Does it melt everything around? Like,
All that you know is there is quite a bit of variability in the outcome.
yeah. Does it irradiate everything and kills everything that is in a certain
I mean,
radius?
it's a platform thing, so supposedly people are supposed to stand on it.
No.
It sounds reasonable.
Well, the description did say it has room for exactly 8 medium creatures. It's in the item description.
So it can't be like nuclear bomb blowing up the surrounding area, can it? That doesn't sound right.
Or
I
maybe
don't know. Maybe
just stand in
everything
there,
around dies except for the people in the circle.
or just stand in there, cross your fingers, and hope you get superpowers.
Yep. There you go. You become a super
The
troll.
Hulk. Yeah. Super mutants. We all become super mutants.
Maybe we bring it to that magical tower that does random stuff and activate it there. The one that gave all these solar power to that lady. What's her name?
Sadira?
Yes, Adira.
All right, what's happening?
We're trying to imagine the terror of the really randomness of that item.
Okay, but we came here to deal with the Trollgrave Caverns. And
Yeah,
now
we-
that that's
we-
done, we had a list.
We have
I send Butterfly throughout the entire area just to kill any trolls if they're still here. Also, catch their bodies and put them on the ship.
There's an infinite number of trolls. It would take forever.
so
Watch.
yeah. Well, we're flying back right now, back to the Ravish, I think, and where we're supposed to have the meeting with all the bandit groups. You know, you remember.
Infinite troll sense.
Like doing the troll village was just to burn some of the time that we needed to wait for all the leaders of all the camps to meet at the same time, so we can try to coordinate like an alliance.
You're gathering the 5 leaders of the bandit clans for a negotiation.
I could have sworn there were more than that.
At one point.
Yeah, they were spoiled at some point.
Currently, it's Talid of Ravage, Akiva of Ravish, Sesti of Wrath, Evartu the Elf, Kel the Dwarf, and Shalad the Tarek.
Where's the ghost elf? Wait, where's the ghost elf?
Evartu the Elf.
Oh.
Is
Where's
the
the
Vartu
bird?
actually undead?
No.
Where's the bird?
Oh, they're not
They're
coming.
not.
They're not
Yeah,
invited.
they're just-
I sent them an invite.
They're far too racist to come to a meeting of humans. Ugh.
Hey, what if
But
I
Kel's
promise
able to come here.
Wingless, featherless savages! How dare they invite us to their petty squabbles? They
I'll
squawk.
Offer them money. And I offer them money to show up.
They're too flighty.
For
What would
frick's
they-
sake,
What
But,
are they gonna? What are they gonna do with money?
look at it. It's shiny.
Unfortunately, they do not make
Not
it
the
to the
cards.
meeting.
God damn.
We should just fly back. They'll give like some time to make some fixes to the boat.
My,
I want-
my bandit air force is missing its foot soldiers.
You see that video I sent you, Ninja?
No, no, I
The
didn't.
new one on Drudge.
Where? Was it a DM?
In your DMs? Yeah.
Let me look.
Can you
yeah,
help
you know what?
remind-
You know what? I did watch that. I watched it early this morning.
Yeah, I came out not long ago.
Can you remind me, in the area right around the Grave Caverns, are there places of relative safety where we could set up a camp? There could be like a delving camp, like a kind of a forward base of operations that the trolls will not harass and they will not go investigate because they're undead and they're living out their lives infinitely in their little day-to-day doings in there. But
Well, the trolls are unable to leave the crater, so they're sort of contained. You could definitely
Right.
put a camp just outside the crater. Although
So that's what
hiking
I'm-
in through radiation is deadly for most people.
Can you eat troll, or does that kill you?
It would be eating like really awful dead cancer flesh.
Dead cancer flesh. How does
Yeah.
that work?
Well,
Cancers
not
It's like, it's like eating hot dogs.
The trolls are undead, but they regenerate. But they regenerate as a curse, so it's cancerous mass and extra limbs and genetic abominations just spawning out of every angle of everything.
Oh,
brother, Yeah.
these guys stink.
It's like eating a hot dog. It takes 7 years to digest it.
he's still on the hot dog.
I mean, you could eat it, but it's all tainted. It's all radioactive. You probably get a disease.
Or 3. Okay.
My work, thank you.
So we understand that the bandit kingdoms can't use this as a source of income. Is that what I'm understanding here?
Yeah, nobody comes here. Everyone's terrified of this whole region.
Wait, we took the body of the boss, right?
Nope. You took what you could from it. There were a few components of worth.
I would have wanted to take the entire body.
It was massive.
That's like a couple of tons, 1 or 2 tons. Right.
Take his head.
Yeah, I guess you could recover a trophy. You could grab some of its head.
Thank you. But some of how big is the freaking head?
I mean,
Truck
it's
size?
probably as big as your torso.
Sausages.
I think it was massive, huh?
It was absolutely gigantic.
I was imagining the cyber demon, so I was thinking the head's like the size of a car.
What a shock.
I was imagining one of those Warhammer fucking armor dudes.
Yeah, that's awesome. All I can think of was a troll space marine, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Okay, you're putting the map on. Right.
What we need is a chaos demon. Or something.
Yep.
I do not understand what that would fix at all.
Plunder.
So this is the line that you're traveling. As you move across the map, your airship travels across the great expanse of mountains and then out over the open desert the following day. You're going to bypass Plunder on your way to Ravage.
Is Winter's Nest pictured on this new map?
No. Winter's Nest is quite far away on the newer map here.
Okay.
Yeah, same as Kern. It's in a different little, not too far up north.
Oh, Kern is way up north east of this, isn't it?
Yep. Yep.
How will we get to this meeting then?
We're flying.
By airship.
Yeah, it takes us 2 days to go back to Ravage.
Before we get there, do we have a plan for how we're going to unite these Bandit Kings? Because my whole plan hinged upon having them unite about a new income source where they can support themselves and provide, a unique good or service to people from the Trollgrave Caverns. But if that's not the case, like if the monsters, if the town of monsters isn't able to brave the radiation in some magical way, and if there's just no way that we can go ahead and process that stuff, like I just don't have a great idea for how we're going to unite these guys besides what Ravish or not Ravish is already.
What if we had them on a payroll?
You can't just keep everybody on payroll.
No, I know that. But
Bribery.
No. If we hired them to kind of become like the guards of this this travel road, because they're kind of a little bit on the way of the merchants road, that we're trying to put between Kern and Tyr.
We have that much money?
No, but the merchants are going to pay for security.
That's a start, but
I'm not sure if the merchants are going to trust these random bandits, or that the bandits won't immediately steal from them and leave.
Well, we can also ask them what they need.
I feel like the easiest solution to this problem is to just point out, hey, it'd be a lot more convenient for you to do the things that you like if you weren't all having to stab each other all day.
hold on. Okay, well, the elven ghosts are a bit murderous,
We're
but
probably gonna have to kill that guy.
could the ghosts go in there and provide a service of plunder from the Trollgrave Caverns? What about that? I mean, they're ghosts.
Or we can bring them all in one place and test that new weapon on them.
It would take very brave people to go into Trollgrave. Very brave, very well-equipped people.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting, saying like somebody said like they need their own airship, flying airship, and then they could use those radiation suits.
Well, that was another thing I was thinking about. If we could recreate more radiation suits.
Yeah, the one trouble though is like all the remaining mutant trolls that are everywhere.
But can I ask another question? How do we even know about radiation? Like, why is this even a thing on our radar? Like, we know that this is a danger?
Well, when you enter the area, it does necrotic damage, so you can just tell you feel awful when you enter the zone.
Okay, so we get to avoid, Marie Curie type death of just, I don't know what's going on.
Like, you wouldn't know anything about radiation, but you could definitely tell that when you enter the zone, you feel a certain sickness just from breathing the air, and then over time it gets worse and worse and worse.
A caveman doesn't need the words to walk into Chernobyl and go, ow, 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 help me, and leave.
Yeah, actually,
But it will be mysterious damage that you're unsure where it's coming from right away.
It's
in the
2 weeks.
40s and 50s, many people just died and had no idea.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks
Why?
later. That's 2 weeks later type of thing.
No, it was
Like,
weeks and months later.
Yeah.
Well, this is more convenient fantasy radiation that more gives you superpowers, but in a terrible way.
And it
Okay.
creates a giant green smoke.
I like this.
It's magical radiation, so it doesn't really have to follow physics in a particular way. It's just a curse that has a radiation-like effect, basically.
I appreciate this because I'm a physicist, so I've got to placate that part of my brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take the physics, had trolls and elemental stones that are creating.
Yeah.
The same radiation that made the Hulk and the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah, and it smells like dog fart everywhere too. So
All right, back to the subject at hand, though. Persuading these marauding mother duckers to behave themselves. Okay, who's the Roto again? How do we impress each of them? The dwarves just want to mine, so that's just simple as they mine the stuff, and the others will do them a service, and that they get some of the mine stuff.
Well, if I remember, the mining is not. It was their craftsmanship. Like they have superior craftsmanship, better than everybody else because they're supremacists. So,
All right, well they
the dwarves.
craft goods for the Empire, but they need the other guys have to pull their weight in this arrangement. So I'm thinking what the others would do. And my main issue, now that I think about it, is that are the stupid bandits coming to the meeting? The dumb ones who suck at everything?
Ravish.
Got a little question for you, Ninja.
Gladiators, led by Akiva.
Yeah, them.
Ninja. So Draj is apparently known for his incredible agriculture. How far is that fertile land going in that area?
Not far.
No.
The world is a barren desert, but right in the city limits, it's fine.
Okay. Because I'm wondering.
We have traders bring in resources. We have miners who can use resources to make really powerful things, at least good quality things.
Yeah, you need a mine though.
True, but I already have one of those. That's fine. Then
Okay.
we have.
I really wish I had more. I'm sorry. Do you guys have more of a pitch than what I'm going with? Because I still think that the Trollgrave Caverns is a unique place that has to be something that they get. I mean, what else is there out in the glowing desert that they can go ahead and provide to others? Yes, their bodies in terms of defense contract labor, but again, they're already using their defense contract labor to just take all the supplies from the cavern. So they're making 10 times what they could make in service to the bandit or to the merchant clans by just attacking the merchant clans. So we need to do the other 90% at least with another source of income. And I really don't see anything besides that. So I think here's my pitch. Okay. The Elves of Plunder, the ghosts, could go into the Trollgrave Caverns as a source of money. Wrath, the nobility, we set them up as the Templars, the tax collectors, all of the bureaucratic things that need to be done to keep this organized. Spoil's gone. Ravage is going to be probably more like the new merchant house of this group. Ravish, they just become the slave labor. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of good ideas for them. But the Village of Pillage is going to have a chance. Some of them might be able to walk in bodily into that area, and at least for short amounts, be able to go in and collect what the Elves of Plunder have mixed together and bring it back. Now, Kelslot will take this, and especially any kind of blueprints like what we've got, try to reverse engineer some of the stuff to build and create. And they're the best chance of really making this take off in terms of selling the technology, recreating the technology, building things, and selling artifacts or repairing artifacts that otherwise exist nowhere else in Athos. This is the pitch that I've been wanting to make to the Bandit clans. Before I make it, what do we see in terms of flaws in this plan?
There's nothing worth having in the troll cave that isn't just random bollocks. Well, no, I tell a lie. There are things worth having in there. It's just it. Well, there's a giant army of monsters sitting in there for a start.
But
Their wires.
here's the thing: ghosts don't have to worry about that, right?
They aren't literal ghosts. They just dress up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That is correct. They are not undead. It's cosplay.
Fine. I'm gonna ignore I heard that
Well,
because, but
They're LARPers.
they could do ghost missions, but it requires slightly more consideration.
okay.
Why don't we first sit down to the table and ask them what they can offer?
Hang on. What about the halflings? Why aren't they showing up?
They are not in
don't
any
need
kind of diplomatic relation with anybody.
They just want to eat us. Okay.
And also there was wasn't it in Ravage Ninja where there was one maybe that was the group that was looking into and could probably
Unite.
be kind of leading them.
Yes.
Like,
Where's the
so what was their idea also? Like, did we really ask them what kind of plan they had, or did they
Talit
just,
is
Huh?
the big tough Mull gladiator of Ravage. He's ready to become the king of the Bandit Kingdoms.
Yeah.
okay?
He's the man with the plan. He called the conclave of bandit lords.
Why don't we support him?
He's got diplomacy.
No.
Well, that's been the plan pretty much.
Yeah, let's support him and see what all of these guys can offer to us as well. Then maybe we can like fill up their pockets a little bit just to keep them happy and to stop causing some issue for Kern and the merchant houses.
Going through this in order because you've posed me an interesting question. Ravish has no useful skills save for bodies, but they also just fear our power. So there is a good chance that we can just corral them into this as a sidearm, and then they're just like, okay, not slaves in the literal sense, but like
Right.
the underclass.
Exactly. That's where I see them. They don't have anything else to look. Someone's got to go ahead and clean the poop.
You got a better deal? You got a better existence plan for yourself? No, then get on board the success train.
Right.
Village
Now,
is-
I can Kel's lot reverse engineer the radiation suits?
Probably. Dwarves are very good at reproducing things that they have to study.
The sentence
Okay.
dwarves are very good at reproducing. False.
Okay, but can they just be good little Chinamen and reverse engineer this and make their own? I'm sorry, that was terrible. That was terrible. But anyway,
I am an engineer, but fuck you.
yes, yes, me too. I love it. Although not really an engineer. I want to be an engineer. I should have been an engineer instead of a teacher. I'm sorry, sidetracked. Moving on.
Next. Okay, pillage. They need a chance to prove themselves, so we're just gonna leave them alone for a second. Wrath. They like money, but that doesn't put them in any better position. What do Urukites offer, like compared to the rest of the Sorcerer King minions?
Bureaucratic brilliance.
Are good at that? I thought they just like hitting things.
Urukites. Their whole
Yeah,
society
Hermione.
is stratified in laws and bylaws and everything. If you want to have this lawless region get the touch of order and law, they have to be a centerpiece somewhere in there.
My Wi-Fi died for a second, but it's fine.
All right. Man, I put names on all these figurines, and all of them don't have names suddenly for whatever reason.
I think the Urukites need to write the charter, the constitution. the laws of this place.
They are going to immediately abuse that for Hermanu's benefit.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, but they're gonna have people on the council that are gonna like vote to agree on the charter, right? It's not gonna just be like unilaterally they make up the charter
Of
and
course.
then have it be agreed on.
You can guarantee that they will wheel and deal and have fine print that will be to their advantage. But the best chance of this not just being a okay, the elves have the benefit of family, tribal heritage that binds them together. There's no such thing here. What we are asking is for Talid to, by force of personality alone, keep these otherwise opposed factions in line. That doesn't last for long. It can last for a little while, but if you want any kind of permanence and legacy for this, I hate to say it, but Urukites need to be a central cog.
True. I suppose this brings us back to the fundamental problem at hand. That being, we don't have it. They need it. You can have all the amazing services as you want. You do need raw resource to justify making a settlement somewhere, or else have a frickin' really good unifying principle regardless.
That's what I keep saying. But
So
I feel like
let's think about this for a second.
I feel like
What raw resources does this region provide in abundance?
I thought there was none, and that's why they result to banditry. Isn't the whole point of us like moving them somewhere else, like besides just gathering them,
A thought
to
occurs
actually
to me.
relocate them to a place with
Oh.
natural resources?
wow, I
They-
didn't know that was on the table.
Like I don't. They're not supposed to stay in the glowing desert was my original thought, because the glowing desert is a very perilous place, and which is why they have to resort to banditry, because they suck at everything else. More
So
or
we're
less.
gonna leave a Trail of Tears here out to some place. I mean, I'm sorry.
Does the trolls that get spawned in the troll cave come with the weird cybernetic stuff?
So, all right. So, thinking about it, if you send adventurers into Troll Grave Chasm and they're fighting randomly generated trolls, random encounters, the random tables do provide some artificer technology on some trolls. So a certain percentage randomly would be generated with items that you could collect. So it's not like the Troll Grave Chasm is a completely useless zone with no materials to harvest. You could. It's just so deadly and difficult to obtain those materials that nobody tries.
But we cleared out all the terrible monsters in there. I
Not
think
all
we
of them.
found our economy, friends.
Well, the whole nature of the cursed place is that it's constantly regenerating the cancerous mass of troll body parts.
We
And
just blew
my-
up the
my
center
hope-
castle and like
Right.
one other small structure. The rest of the place is still teeming with stuff.
Yeah, we haven't
this
cleared
is-
like the majority of the city part around the.
Wait. Another question comes to me. What are these artificer bits and bobs made of?
Well, you already found some. I think you have a note card with some few items that you've collected.
Yeah, but what are the materials that spawn on the trolls made from?
But the main point is that even if there are stuff harvestable, it's not really doable. Or like the people who live here in these desert towns, they themselves are not capable of going in and harvesting it, because it's the troll things are deadly encounters for them.
I
Yeah,
refuse-
they're not level 18 adventurers.
It's true, but if they sneak, they could get away with it.
It's like these trolls, they had like over 100 health.
Okay, I
Yeah,
found
I
the
don't-
list of items that you've collected so far. I don't know if you identified all of them. You would have had time while traveling.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think you can sneak, because the whole point of the farming, the tech stuff, is by going and killing the trolls, and some few of them
You don't
have
need to
the
kill them.
artificers.
No. How many things did we find that was not attached to a troll face in the wall or on the floor? Many things. And look, I know that you all don't share the appreciation for my spycraft. However, I feel like
You're a
they
very
can
high
have.
level rogue, though.
I know, but I was not always this dashing and amazing. And at one point, um, look,
It would be hard to stealth in a hazmat suit.
I'll be right back.
maybe.
I have to use the bathroom.
Okay, well then let's go with your plan. Let's say that there's nothing for me to be gained here. Morg, where in this region would we be taking these bandits to make their new settlement? What do you have in mind?
There is. I don't know. We're not. I keep forgetting that we're not really using this map, but there would essentially be another like foresty area kind of around.
Well, so we push in on Winter's Nest a bit, yeah? Is that not their forest?
I mean, it's a big ass forest. It's the forest is wider than Troll Graves Chasm, so there's plenty of land to go around that people don't have to be, killing each other or banditering each
Okay.
other.
He's AFK.
Yeah, he had to go take a bathroom.
I'm confused as to why Azur's Rest is even here.
Oh, here's the other map.
Like, why is there a trade route next to the freaking Deathland where all the bastards live?
Well, it's kind of a crossroads here.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Ravish is over here in a deserty place, and I don't know, this like little tree thing is supposed to be an oasis. It's probably an oasis, otherwise they'd probably just die. There's a tiny oasis over here.
Okay, there is one
mean-
tree I see here,
I'm back.
to the north of Azith's Rest.
y-
That could be an oasis. That
Most of this is like a tiny grasslands place, probably.
Yeah,
They could be like another outpost between Azis Rest and here.
there's definitely an oasis up there. That is the indicator.
So we propose a new settlement, maybe somewhere between Azith's Rests and Ravish on the new map. Maybe even by this little crossroads here that goes up north into the mountain range there. But this is where we would make our new bandit settlement.
That is also like on the road to Kern and like old and new Kern. So that would basically make them have a path that Kern could directly trade with them in between Azis Rest. It could also potentially like give them like they would just naturally check up on them, see what they're doing, if they're becoming more of a problem, or if Kern will just ultimately deal with them in some way if they stop behaving, or they would call us again if they're like not behaving, and then we earthquake them again.
Every few years, you just come in and
This is,
wipe
this
the
is
place
starting to
out.
sound sorcerer kingish.
A little bit. That's okay. I mean, no, it's not.
If I mean, they need to behave. At some point, you punish people who stop behaving.
That's right.
So, Ring Sight looks at the objects collected from the troll artificers, and you find that most of it is made of ceramic, metal, bone, and a fair amount of crystal. It looks like a lot of valuable materials and combinations of materials that you don't recognize.
Sounds good.
Various alloys. Most of these are magic items too. They all have like some form and function. I don't know. Just one at random is utility spine of the third cast, a segmented metal bone strip grafted into the troll's back. Easily pried loose, it hums softly. It acts as a multi-tool, a lockpicker, a crowbar, a scalpel, a probe, or an arcane focus. It grants advantage on checks involving ancient tech, artificer devices, or ruins. Nobody thought of it, but you could have used that
Freaking
item while
cool.
investigating the platform.
If you insert it into your spine.
Yeah, you have to give yourself one of those Warhammer Martian extra limb flongers coming out of your back.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Maybe we bring both of these ideas to Talid and we see what people think. Talid, I'm guessing, is interested in taking because Ravage is right there by the Troll Grave Caverns. And moving a little closer to Kern, past Azith's Rest, I think he might enjoy that.
I want to, when we get into the meeting room here, I want to observe the dwarfs and see what they look like. A little bit of a description. What kind of armor? Are they carrying tools? You say that they're a little bit
How well
better at,
equipped.
yeah, like they build things. Are they have decoration? Like, do they have intricate armors or
Well,
weapons?
I kind of want to do this a little bit step by step because I did prepare a bunch of details for this area. So when you arrive, at Ravage, you're gonna see that Ravage is a fairly large oasis town. There's probably a population of several hundred people. You're going to notice that there's a larger population of Mull and even some dwarves here that just seem to be regular citizens of Talid's town of Ravage. Ravage is called the Jewel of the Glowing Desert, and there are people whose job it is to be the town crier and shout the wonders of the Jewel of the Glowing Desert and sing the praises of Talid. So he's got his own crew of bards that are out there. He's got a variety of human bards that will meet you at the gates and at the entranceways to sing the praises of Talid. Talid the Bandit Lord, a mole gladiator who hails from Rom. Talid who wants to unite the bandit states into one nation that stretches across the entire barrier wastes. Talid, master of outlaws, leader of men, a visionary. Talid, who brings promises of great wealth and power. Join us and become strong, men of the glowing desert. Okay.
I think he's got a shot.
There are congregations from each of the bandit lords that are here in town, and they're each taking up a different camp. So you'll see the camp of the elves, and they're quite set apart from the camp of the dwarves, and they're set apart from the camp from each of the other bandit towns. Each of them sort of eyeing each other warily and keeping to themselves until the meeting. They're not mixing, they're not carousing. There's definitely tension in the air and a level of animosity, and it's greater among certain people than others. So you're gonna definitely hear some chatter from different groups, particularly the dwarves, who are very, very racist.
Okay.
What to do, what to do.
All right,
So this is a pre-meeting, right? This is getting together in an actual conference, right? This is just
this
the
is
night before.
the day of the meeting. It's going to happen soon. You arrive in time to prepare yourselves a little bit, and then you should go and attend the meeting at the main building in the center of town.
Can I talk to some of Kel's lot and talk to some of the plunder elves and see what they think before I spring this on them?
There is not a whole lot of time, so I'm only going to say you can maybe have time to talk to one group before the meeting starts. Unless you want to split up, then everybody could individually go to one group. But if you're going as a group, you can only probably talk to one of them before the meeting.
I'd like to split and talk to the dwarves.
You talk to the dwarves, and when you talk to them, bring the suit that you found and see if they could reverse engineer it. I have good practice with elves. I fucked a lot of them in my time, so that's what I'm gonna do.
So, just visually, while looking at the town of Ravage from the air, you're going to spot that it's got a pretty decent defensive wall that's guarded by many powerful-looking mole warriors. There's a main courtyard with a road that leads through a double portcullis into the courtyard. It seems like a training area for Talid's troops. There's an armory for armor and weapons that's next to the well. Fletchers and bowyers work south of the well. From the air, you're going to spot that Talid has a lush hidden garden. It's a walled section with magical fruits growing.
I point to these things and I nudge Morg and I say, I don't think he's going to be too keen on leaving. But we shall see.
There's a large barracks. Most of the brown buildings are barracks for troops, modest dwellings with bunks and storage. Shops along the northeast wall, a row of businesses with skilled craftsmen and merchants working. And then in the center of town, the fort itself is a large structure of wood and stone centrally located. This is Talid's base. Here he meets with his bards and scions to plan. Out in the fields surrounding town, trees are growing outside the walls, herbs and spices cultivated within the walls, and that's all the food supply of the village. You'll notice that there is a Crodlu track. The Beastmasters train their war Crodlu in mock combat within a long rectangular area in the southeast corner of town. A gate allows the cavalry to enter and leave from here. So, the buildings with blue roofs are the homes of two sets of Templars. Uruk to the west and Dradge more to the north. So there's some representation from some of the Sorcerer Kings, keeping tabs on this growing city within the glowing desert.
Oh, wow.
So there are definitely rumors floating around town that the Templars are watching. The eyes of the Sorcerer King are upon us.
Wait a minute. That's the Sorcerer King of Elderik, right?
Hurric, maybe.
Or is it Urukite? Templars.
Uruk is Hamanu's town. He was at war with you originally.
Way far away, but Elderik is real close. Is it Elderik's Templars that we're talking about? But he was so insular.
No. The other one was Dradge. Dradge are the slavers, the Aztec slavers.
So those are the Templars who were here keeping tabs?
Yeah, Uruk and Dradge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we know about the Hurricanes coming from Rat, whatever.
Yeah, Lady Sesti of Uruk and her tax collectors.
So are they here?
Yeah, all of the bandit clans are here.
Were we sure if they were actually acting on behalf of Hamanu, or they were just like
Splinter group.
Yeah, and just posing and using his name for like selfish reasons?
It's unclear.
That could be a whole side investigation. Follow the money.
We wanna maybe spy on their camp there.
Okay, so in your brief period of time before the meeting, who's doing what?
I'm gonna go talk to the dwarves.
All right. Gramorn travels to the camp of the dwarves. You're going to meet with Kel.
Is that the one with the gluey eyes over here?
I heard what you were asking about, seeing if I could go ahead and find out from the Urukites but this is the wrong place to find that information out. Like, I would have to do that over...
I'd have to be in the rat.
Yeah, it would have to be over in Wrath to find that information, really. So, I'm gonna stick with my plan and talk to the Elves of Plunder.
Unless Could try to spy my own way.
All
I
right.
have to talk to my my fire cleric on the ship.
Maybe Ringsight could have that information, but
Oh, that's right.
no evidence would be able to be on them. I would think now. That kind of
wonder-
evidence would be in Wrath.
It would be good. It would be good if Ringside could maybe explore their mind there, see what they're thinking.
That's the only way, I think.
Seems untactical.
No, it would be to know the answer to his question. The question we were talking about was what he said. Are they just using Hamanu's name to get tax money sent to them, or are they actually affiliated with Uruk and Hamanu? Right? Basically, and that's the simple solution is money being sent from their town of Wrath to Uruk and Hamanu? If it is, then we know that they're acting in an official capacity, that Hamanu actually knows what's going on here and cares. Maybe.
I'm gonna do something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to them, all official and stately, like.
Which group? What group are you talking about? The elves?
The Urukites of Wrath.
Yeah.
So you want to talk to Sasti. All right.
Ooh, it's Chillud.
Testes.
The village of Pillage is controlled by Chilad the Tarek.
I will speak to Zesty.
Okay, and Morg, where do you go? Which group do you talk to? We got three groups that nobody's gone to speak to.
I will try to speak with Chillud of Pillage.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk with the elves.
Akiva, you don't need to talk to her because she's already been intimidated, and you don't need to talk to Talid because he gave you the mission to do this whole thing, so... I think that's how it's going to go. So you are separate. These camps are far apart, spread around town, and paranoid of each other, not mingling. So you're not going to be able to interact with each other while you're interacting with the leaders of these camps. All right, so Grimorn, you've traveled to the dwarves. The dwarves of Kel's lot are a surly lot. They look like a rough group of bandits. Like, when you look upon them, they are dressed in rough animal hides like barbarians, but they carry fearsome, well-made dwarven weapons, axes, swords, spears. The dwarven soldiers, they all carry shields, and you'll notice that Kel, he has two advisors. One of them seems to be an earth cleric, and the other seems to be a scion. And so he has these two advisors. The scion whispers in his ear on the one side, and the earth cleric whispers in his ear on the other side. And he considers carefully the words of his advisors before he responds.
Okay, he's the one in the middle between the two. Is the hurt cleric? Is it the one on the left?
This is the earth cleric.
Okay. The other one is Scion.
He's muddy and he's got a big hammer. The scion is covered in purple energies.
Hello, Kel. I assume you're the leader of your pack.
Kel is going to look at you, and his initial impression of you is not terrible. He's going to scoff and he's going to say, "What do you want, human?"
I'm an half elf.
Are you now? He squints and looks, but your ears are covered by a helmet.
Or I can be this instead and I transform into a fire elemental.
The earth cleric takes this as a threat and transforms into an earth elemental defensively.
Oh, God. You got some powerful friend here.
That's awesome.
No, I cooled down. I'm not here for a battle. I'm not too threatened by your group here. But I have some questions for your clan. And I see that you're quite well equipped. And I'm looking for some allies. Ultimately, what we're trying to do here, me and my group here, is to try to get everyone in this region to be able to work together to stop this constant conflicts that is really just ruining everyone's capacity of doing better. I think that the region could do much better if every one of you would be a little bit more coordinated. But I have a little bit of a special interest in the dwarfs here, in your clan, more than anyone else. And I want to see if you might be interested in some to work for me a little bit, or have some of your people from your clan that could work for me, and you could make a little bit of money on the side.
Ugh, what makes you think we'd want to work with you?
I love it. I love the.
Because I could teach you how to do better blacksmithing than what you're doing. I could give you access to resources that you'll never have access to.
Oh, Kel glares. You'd never make anything better than us.
Well, is he looking at my armor right now?
It is impressive.
I had some of my people work on this armor. Look at this blade that I have.
Well, the blade is going to be very impressive.
I have a mine as well that I would be very interested in having some of your people to work in.
We'll not be slaves to the likes of you, tall one.
We're not slavers. One of the heroes of Tyr that liberated the city from that sorcerer king.
So you say, so y'all say. But always betrayal with you humans and you elves. He seems to have a lot of scorn and disgust for non-dwarves.
And this is not a matter of races here. This is a matter of being able to work together. Survival. Beating the sorcerer kings that are constantly keeping us in a moment of tyranny, civil wars from one town to another.
He says, Talon thinks that we'll play nice. Ha! And he spits on the ground.
What do you need? What does the dwarf need the most?
To be left alone.
Is there anything that you truly need, though? What do you like the most? You like power? What do you need? Metal? Gems? Food? Water?
Yeah, they've been a self-sufficient village for ages and ages. There's not much they need aside from the enjoyment of raiding.
What about the capacity of building new things? If I given you access to some things that no one have seen in their own entire existence, things that people talented like you could actually work on, learn something, maybe build new things.
Well, Kel is very proud of his fortress. But he's not very interested in building new things.
No.
All they want to be is left alone. I wonder why they even came to this kind of meeting.
Yeah.
You asked them.
Ugh.
I asked them already.
We wanted to see what you'd all plan and plot and scheme behind our backs. We'll not be caught off guard again.
We don't have any plans of scheme or anything. We want to ally. We want to bring peace to this region. So there's actually some chances of doing better things all around. Not just you, everyone else. If you want to be on your own and being selfish, you might just be left alone in the back. Everyone will do better, and you're the one who's going to stay the same, and eventually you'll be trampled because you're not joining anyone.
Enough of your chatter. I'll consider your words and talk to my advisors of it. Leave me now.
Well, do you have anyone that maybe might be interested? I need people to work in a mine. They will be paid well. And I'm looking at the herd cleric there. It's like how we could use some of your followers or people just like you. You'd be respected even along the fire clerics that I command.
Now the cleric raises an eyebrow, but he doesn't seem like the trusting sort.
No. He doesn't like gems though.
The scion is going to comment, perhaps we should wait until after the meeting.
Maybe. I has the herd cleric. I show him the platinum that I took from the other world. Have you seen anything like this before?
He has
Does
not.
that interest you?
His eyes widen. Strange metal you've got there.
Yeah. There's many places that I've explored in this world and in other worlds as well.
No, they will definitely be a little shocked at that boast of traveling to other worlds.
I brought this back from a place in some sort of astral space. I'm not exactly sure how to describe that. I kind of give him an image of the Get Yankees through a mental imaging. And the queen that we killed. Also, I had some of my friends here that wanted to know if your group would be capable of...
Nope, it's too late. He's already walked away.
Oh,
He dismissed you. His men close ranks.
now they're leaving.
So his bodyguards step in to block your path. Meanwhile, in another part of town, Orin, you have gone to the encampment of the elves.
I come to the elves, walking in unassumingly, but giving it traditional elvish greeting, speaking in elvish, and I greet them and tell them my clan. I'd actually like to bring Junithu if I could. And I promise that she'll be safe. But she can accompany me on maybe an exciting and daring diplomatic mission. I hope that seeing her and her kind of she's got cooking, maybe clothes on because it's kind of her favorite thing to do, but also she's got really good clothes because I make sure I take care of her. We talked about that before. So she's got rather resplendent, I mean, somewhere between, a chef, but also like a noble attire. So I'm trying to go for like Wolfgang Puck here. I don't know. Anyway, we can figure that out. The point is that she looks well off, right? She's definitely got jewelry and things on, right? I think the elves do still care about that. I've seen art, Dark Sun art, where they have lots of cool jewelry on their forehead and their
These
necklaces,
elves don't look like elves that you've seen before, unless you've attended a funeral. They dress in tattered clothing, burial paint, their weapons covered in a thick coating of uncleaned blood. They have a frightful image. It's unnerving to even look at them because they look to be undead monstrosities.
Okay, so if I was going to, but before I even approach them, if I was going to, research their culture and know a little bit about it, would it be, okay, I don't know if Jonathan knows about them, or if anybody knows about this, if it is,
Knowledge check. She knows that these elves dress as if they are attending a funeral.
Oh, I get that, but what I'm saying is would it be a faux pas for me to put some face paint on myself in reverence or deference in that way, or out of respect for their custom, or is it just an outsider acting like, hey, look, I'm a white person and I've got, dreadlock. I don't know, whatever. It, is that I have some counsel with Junithu before we leave the airship, and I ask what she thinks the right move is going to be.
It's the
In
markings
that.
of an outcast.
So they wear all outcast markings.
These are
right?
the banished, cast out from their own elven tribes.
And is there anything we can do to show any kind of kinship or solidarity, or just open-mindedness to their cause?
She's unsure how they will take it. If you put on the markings of an outcast, maybe you'll be considered similar to them in some way. Maybe not. There is a saying, when in Rome, dress as the Romans, but
Right, but I'm trying to think of the angle by which I would say that I too am an outcast, and I'm trying to make that work. Okay, I have her get the paint ready. Well, Junithu, I don't know about her tribe. She wasn't really an outcast from her tribe either, was she?
nah.
No.
Member in good standing.
Okay, look, I can't be a poser. I can't pretend something that I'm not. I'm not gonna keep pushing the angle. I'm just gonna go in there with Junithu and greet them, but with the due reverence that, respect that they should be given. I asked to speak to their tribal leader.
All right, you stand before Evartu, Wraith Chief of the Ghost Tribe. Evartu is a cold-eyed man, almost a glare. He's got scars crisscrossing his face.
Okay.
In a moment, scimitars flash into his hands, dangerously, but he doesn't attack. He just seems to draw them menacingly to see if you are intimidated or if you flinch or fall back in fear.
I will make sure I don't flinch, because obviously I'm still armed, just without, even pulling my dart or my side blades, I'm still armed. But I smile and I bow, and if this is an elvish custom, and I say I greet you.
Evartu shadow steps dangerously close to you, becoming lightly obscured in a foggy mist.
Okay. I see your skills. There are skills I share, and I'll go invisible. But I am not here to cross swords or to trade skill for skill. I'm going to become visible again.
After lower sword, perhaps this freaking thick measuring contest.
Evartu doesn't speak very much. Initially, he just sort of glares from underneath his tribal mask made of bleached bone and animal horn. It's covered in terrifying glyphs of death and doom, which makes an automatic intimidation. Let's see.
Sure.
All right. It's a 17 natural intimidate. He's adding 2, so it's a 19. Can you beat a 19 intimidate?
I'll try. What is intimidate use its own skill?
Maybe use insight. I think this might be an insight roll.
Ooh. I don't know if I can beat that. Trying to throw a dice at this. It's a straight d20 roll. Nope, I'm gonna be intimidated no matter what I do.
Okay.
I flinch. I flinch. Right? Looking at his wraith mask and
If we have the hero piece, you are immune to being frightened, though.
oh yeah, true.
Okay,
So
so
100%
you fail your
negate.
save, but you negate the effects of fear.
Okay. I have heard the stories of your skill and your brutality. I want to know if, when we go to this meeting, if it is worth asking you to test those skills. We have a way of keeping you safe, relatively so, to explore and plunder the Trollgrave Cavern. For those that are wily enough, skillfully enough, ghostly enough, and have the ability to return with treasures, uh, I can provide an idea of the best path, the most successful and lucrative path to keep you safe from the undead trolls that infest the Trollgrave Cavern, and a way to find the best way to return with the spoils of your adventure. Does this interest you? Because I think that it is a way that you would find a way to profit and to sell these treasures to the other clans around you, the other bandit kingdoms around you. If you are interested, I will provide more information. If you're not, we may not have much to say in this meeting, really.
What do
But I
you
feel
know
that-
of the dead places, where the dead things crawl from ancient times? Have you been?
I will produce. Let me look at my card here of what I have. I will produce one. The oh, come on, where is it? Okay, I know I have more than just this blueprint, but I show that. I show. There was that heavy part. I pulled that like 20-pound.
It was 40
Um,
pounds, but it's already
40
been
pounds.
reconstructed into the platform, so you don't have it.
Oh, okay. Um, what else do I have here? I've got to have some other knickknacks that I just pluck from some random shelf here. I show them some random bauble that I have. Uh,
It's fine. You can say you brought one of the treasures. The party has a
Yes.
pile of objects they obtained.
I'd also like, since I paid to have that painter come and bring the painting of the Trollgrave Caverns, I'd like to bring that. And I'll tell you what, I would actually like to present that, if I could, to the Elven Chief. And I think this could be the source of a new era, a new legacy for your clan. You are already respected and feared as the ghost of this glowing desert. But you could also be wealthier in this regard. You have skills that nobody else has, skills that I share myself, skills that I was able to use to enter and leave the Trollgrave Caverns unscathed. I could teach you, if you don't already know, but I believe I will not need to teach you much. I've heard of your skills. What say you?
If Artu considers your proposition, he says, if the elves wish to have a new hunting ground, they will take it. Our bellies are fat from hunting the small dwarves and from hunting the beasts of pillage.
This can provide you wealth far beyond either of those measures.
He considers her proposition again. He's a little more interested, but he doesn't immediately agree to anything.
I would expect nothing less. A wise leader.
He considers your words. Begone, round ear. I tire of your stink.
Well, I was just gonna say goodbye.
What, you thought you'd get away from elves without a slur? Come on.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start saying something back, and Junithu's gonna stop me. Then I'll walk away.
When you walk away,
Clenching my fists.
one of Ivartu's men will approach him, an elf wearing a dark robe. He whispers some things to Ivartu, and Ivartu nods his head. That's Ivartu's advisor, a robed figure. Nishari, the
Okay.
Farsighted. All right, so then we go to our next
actually-
contestant.
Actually, no, wait. I want to do one last thing.
Yeah.
I just can't stop myself. I'm gonna turn. And just to save face for Junithu, I can't let us walk away like that. I turn, throw a dagger at the Avartu's feet, and teleport next to him. And I say, "Do not think that you can speak to me in that way. I am here to help you, and not your enemy." And before anyone can raise a blade to me, I teleport back to Junithu's side with another dagger.
All right.
That's three side dice spent here, but that's okay. All right. My scene is done.
Gotcha. All right, so Ringsight.
Yes.
Ringsight, you have gone to see Sesti of Uruk.
Yes.
Sesti comes from Wrath, the village of Urukite nobility. Her crew is mostly human, but she's got some mole bodyguards as well. So, these Urukites are dark-skinned, and they're dressed in armor that's made from the chitinous exoskeleton of various insectoid monstrosities. Sesti herself wears a helmet made from the hollowed-out head of a very large thrycreen. It's called a Torcreen helmet. You have to be a formidable warrior in order to kill a Torcreen. Torcreen are quite a bit deadlier than the average thrycreen. And so, wearing the helmet of a Torcreen made from the head of a Torcreen is a symbol of your combat prowess. And she wears it like she used to back in the day as a gladiator in Uruk. So she came here dressed for battle, dressed to impress. She's got a big shield emblazoned with a symbol of a fighting insect, a venomous fighting insect, and she's got a mighty spear. Her crew of Urukites, they whisper, "The Tyrians come." They seem to remember the war against Tyr, with a little bit of embarrassment that they lost that war, so they're not too pleased that the Tyrians are here.
All right. So I approach all the stiff and stern-faced like, and I will say to them as the first thing I state, "In the name of Harmanu, I would test your convictions."
What do you mean?
I would perform a test to try your loyalty to him. Do you accept?
I will not be challenged by one such as you. My loyalty will not be questioned. All of her bodyguards and men give a hoot and a cheer, and they say, Lady Sesti is not to be questioned.
That sounds suspiciously like what a heretic would say.
My orders come from the great Lord Hamanu himself. And various bodyguards and attendants around Sesti say, Yes, yes, Hamanu himself has sent the great Lady Sesti.
Then prove it. Or would your followers willingly choose to neglect the checks, to know for certain that they follow the true path?
None dare question the word of Lady Sesti. My word is law.
I dare.
Well, nobody cares what you say. Strange creature from afar. We know not even what you are.
I am the bringer of truth. I have told not one lie to Harmanu, and let him strike me down if I tell falsehood.
Well, Lady Sesti's various attendants will back up every word she says. It's like a loop. You may question her, but they reinforce her.
Alright. Cast Detect Thoughts.
All right. Who are you targeting?
Lady Sesti.
All right. Lady Sesti's head is full of thoughts of the great Hamanu. Great and powerful.
What is your business in this region?
Sesti will tell you that I am on direct orders from Hamanu to claim the wealth of this land and return it to Uruk. Uruk may choose to make this a piece of its grand empire, its grand domain. Wouldn't these treacherous little bandits prefer to be ruled by the mighty and benevolent Lord Hamanu, the great Lion King of Uruk?
I'm gonna fact check her brain. Was she telling the truth that Harmanu sent her on this mission?
She believes it.
He believes it. That's an interesting choice of words. And how exactly did he come to deliver this mission to you?
The great Lord Hamanu came to me in my dreams, in my mind, using his great and omnipotent psionic power, and told me of my mission. I must obey.
Okay, shifting attention to the minions. Are they buying that?
They all bow and scrape. Oh, great Lady Sesti! Hamanu himself contacted you in your dreams! Oh, chosen one!
Sounds like trickery.
Do we have knowledge that any of the other, like, Templars get psionic dreams, or do they normally get contacted, like, in person from Hamanu?
Oh, in person every time, from what you've seen and heard.
Okay.
You know, we have experience working with Hamanu. We know better through personal experience.
No, so this has never happened before, like, as far as we know.
Yeah.
And can you say for certain that this was from Harmanu?
She believes it, and her cult of personality will always back up whatever she says.
I'm gonna try something, and I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. I sit on the floor, and I bid her to sit with me, or across, just sit as well. I guess, I don't know.
Why? You playing some trick on me? Putting me at a disadvantage? You going to attack me with assassins now?
No. I say with just simplicity. No, none of that.
You might have to roll a persuasion, because she's not sitting down.
Okay. Can the dream orb put people to sleep?
I don't think so.
I don't think I have a sleep spell. Hang on.
Even if you did, they have to have like really low HP for that to work.
I think I could choose to surrender. Gotta be something. Where is it? I thought I had something for this. Ugh. Alright, new plan.
I found it. The Dreamstone allows you to enter the dream. And it gives you a massive radius dreaming aura. Anyone sleeping in this radius will be drawn into your dream world. It acts as a palantir, which allows telepathic communication with a very large number of creatures in the radius. And its fourth power is Psi Amplifier. It seems to extend telepathic range dramatically in the dream.
Let me check something. I have an idea. I have a funny plan.
Alright. Should I do more then?
If I use the feign death ritual, would she functionally be asleep?
Well, the ritual takes 10 minutes, and her bodyguards probably won't let you do a 10-minute ritual.
Dang. Alright, never mind. Alright, well, time to do this the direct way, the way that hurts me. Sending spell directly to Harmanu.
What?
I've done it before, it just harmed me.
Alright, you try to
All
do
them.
a sending spell to Hamanu. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature which you are familiar with. Hamanu will hear your message. He might respond if he chooses to.
Your follower, Sesti, claims you sent her here in a dream. Or through a dream, I mean. True or false? Impersonation? Perhaps? I don't have that many words left, so I'm just like, is someone pretending to be you? Or is this actually the case?
Hamanu's return message is, "Meddlesome Tyrians, I'll have your heads."
Oh, well.
He sure did say that with a imperious malice. That might have sent a shiver down your spine. When a Sorcerer King makes threats. Ugh.
Yeah. He called me meddlesome, so... For frick's sake, vagaries.
Yeah, he didn't respond directly to your question. He just said, "Don't bother me. I'll kill you."
Oh well. At least I tried. That counts for something. Probably not something good. So,
Drawing the attention and ire of Sorcerer Kings might get you in trouble. I guess we'll find out. Meanwhile, Morg has gone to talk to Chalad, the Tarek.
Does Chillot have a bunch of bodyguards too?
Yeah, let me go to the faction for Chalad. Village of Pillage.
We don't know much about Pillage, right? They
Monsters.
also, yeah, they're monster humanoids. They're also bandits. They kind of do their own thing, and they kind of get attacked by the elves every now and then.
Okay. Tareks are enormous creatures. Chalad is an especially large example of his species. So he is built like a rhinoceros man. He's got a thick carapace with bony protuberances sticking out from his elbows and his knuckles. His head has a Has a crest of bony plates running across the top of it with some big floppy ears coming out the side. Chalad seems to be a ranger. He carries a mighty bow. The bow of a hunter of exceptional skill. He does have attendants. It's a mixed band. Some of them are Surins, some of them are Terriks. There are Thrycreen, there are Nikal, and I don't think he brought any of the others, but there's a mix of others in his population back in town. But mostly in his main force, it's just going to be the Terriks, Surin, and Thrycreen, and one or two Nikal that are spellcasters. Alright, so he's curious that you would approach him to talk. And he's not as aggressive as some of the others in his response. He has more curiosity than anything. So what does Morg say?
I greet you. You are one of the leaders of the towns of the glowing desert, are you not?
Indeed. My village is called Pillage. A town of monstrous raiders.
And what does your town hope to get out of this meeting? What is your goal or vision for the future?
We would like an end to war. We have been at war with plunder. They have been raiding.
Okay, so that means we can somehow work together then, because our idea is the same. We would like to see peace among the region. Our group is working together with all of the groups, not just any one in particular. But is there anything in particular that your group would need to see in order to end the war? Do you have any terms that you would like addressed, or any demands of any such things?
The destruction of the elves would help.
Destruction of factions that don't play nice is something we are capable of doing. I believe Akiva
The way
could
you
attest
said
to
that
that.
was great.
He nods his head. We need assurances that the peace will be maintained through force. So he thinks that if you're not going to make heavy threats against the elves, then the elves will continue to siege his tribe. And if the elves continue to attack, then there is no peace. So that might be an important bargaining thing. You need to convince the elves to stop raiding.
We are also trying to come up with solutions for alternatives to the raiding so that there is no need for raiding. There will be alternative ways to make a living in peaceful manners.
Are you wearing your Fire Drake armor?
No, I'm wearing like a heavy chitin armor now.
Gotcha. Because Shalad is wearing Fire Drake armor. That would have been something you would have had in common to talk about.
I'm the one with the Fire Drake armor.
You can tell that his armor is made from Fire Drake hide. A glistening magical coat of armor.
They will comment on it and they're like, so you do have some similarities with one of our members. There's the Fire Cleric over there is a member of our party. We had another one for me, but I switched to this different armor that I gesture. And but I do think our groups can work together. Is there anything that your group particularly offers in the form of trade that you guys would benefit in working together, or are you more or less hoping that it would be peaceful and you would be left alone in a sort of way?
He thinks for a moment, tilting his large head to the side, his ears drooping. He says, "My people have not much. We hunt, perhaps meat or hides.
That is a good suggestion. We can bring that to the meeting. It seems so far you're one of the more cooperative of the tribes around. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you very much.
We have known only attack from the others. I think you will not convince them to stop attacking us. To them, we are monsters. They see only thing to be killed, not people to be negotiated with.
Seem quite intelligent and negotiable, amicable to me. Was there other groups that were bothering you besides just the elves? Were the dwarves too were harassing you guys?
The elves are their biggest enemy. The dwarves do raid the monsters, but they're not their main enemy. The main enemy is the elves. Elves also have a lot of animosity towards Thrycreans. That could be part of it. Thrycreen, they almost cannot resist to eat elf brains, so the natural hatred between a Thrycreen group and an elf group is just pretty difficult to get over.
Is Cestia one of those?
Cesti is a human. She's just wearing the head, the hollowed out head of a Thrycreen. I don't know if it would piss off Chalad, but some of his advisors who are Thrycreen would not like Cesti because of her her headgear being like the hollowed out head of a respected elder.
Yeah, it's kind of like going to a meeting and then someone's got a human face just on their head because they think it's cool.
What is the normal armor that Urukite Templars wear?
I don't know if there was a specific type of armor.
Did they have like a uniform, like lion head armor or anything like that? No?
I believe there was a sort of color code to it, like they wear a lot of white.
Okay, and that's not something that Cesti really portrays.
Cesti has been a bandit living in squalor out in the glowing desert for many years, so she does not have the pristine white cape of a Templar of Hamanu.
Makes me wonder, like, if they could somehow change that, if that was an issue between their two clans, if you would change your armor or something. But anyways, yeah. I'm happy with Chilad's responses, and I thank him again for his time and his cooperation.
Yeah, you get a sense that Chalad is lawful neutral, and you could easily make a deal with him. He's the most reasonable one, pretty much.
Yeah, that was easy. Meanwhile, over in my corner of the negotiation table.
With him, the hard part is
Ooh,
convincing
wait.
others not to hate him, because everybody's got a bias against monsters. Every other faction doesn't like him just because of what he is. All right, so let's see. It is 11:58, and I guess we can put off the actual events of the meeting until our next session. I have it structured a little bit like a mini game. It'll have 3 rounds, and during each round there will be rolls that are made. And depending on what is said and what's done, the rolls might have advantage or disadvantage or modifiers. So I built a whole little mini game around this negotiation so that it wouldn't just be purely role playing, but would instead be a bit of a dice game where you have to make some quick thinking negotiations in the middle of it.
Okay.
The goal is to get a full pact where trade routes are secured and bandit raids are redirected in some sort of useful manner. Failing that, you could get a partial pact where raids are reduced with some factions excluded. So if one of the groups totally has a falling out, you might have to fight them on the spot. If you do even worse than that, there's what's called a cold peace, where no pact but no open war starts. That would just be everybody saying this was a waste of time and parting ways and returning to their own towns, which would fail the mission, but it wouldn't result in any bad consequences immediately. But there's another stage even below that, which is total collapse of the meeting, in which the conclave explodes into bloodshed and everybody fights each other on the spot. So a whole range of possibilities for our next session.
I do want to point out, after we do get a chance to meet together, that absolutely destroying plunder is on the table. Like, based on what Morg had talked about, if we get a chance to debrief before we go to the actual meeting, like, earthquaking the crap out of plunder because they can't play nice is definitely on the table. And I'll make that absolutely clear of R2 if it needs to be.
I need to start prepping to go to sleep.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Night, guys.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. I'm going to end the stream there.
I think it's interesting that the Bandit Clan notes that Taro has basically says that Plunder is a evil faction of elves.
Well, that's basically what they are. Chaotic evil to the core. A death cult of elves.
I still don't understand why we invited them rather than blowing them up.
They are one of the factions. I mean, the goal was to get all of the factions in the region to cooperate.
There's a reason why I crossed them out.
Hey, it's not impossible. There are dice rolls involved. You never know. You might get super lucky and the elves will have a change of heart during the meeting.
And the ghost elves fought through 3 sizes that day, but because of his small frame, it burst out of his ribcage.
You will notice that the elves and the dwarves are the two groups that I included all of their individual soldiers, just in case one of those groups decides to start a fight right here in the chamber.
Oh, so all the people left at their village are just civilians then?
Probably. Well,
oh, cool.
This
We
is...
can wipe them all out now and just save their civilians and send them to, I don't know.
Well, each of these factions did bring a large number of their better soldiers to the meeting in case there was going to be a war.
That'd be funny.
They did?
Yeah, they did. They did. But I'm not going to say that the people back in town are, like, civilians. They're all bandits. Like, these are bandit towns full of bandits. If there's any that are not, like, doing banditry, they'll be in a support role, like wives, children, things like that.
This mission started, let's try to unite everyone, and then it's going to end by we are firebombing every one of their towns.
Well, you destroyed one town that was ruled by a defiler. You might destroy another town that's controlled by a death cult of elves.
That's the direction we might be heading.
You can probably negotiate with everybody else, but you're going to have to try hard to convince the dwarves.
Yeah, sounds like it.